So my talk is called How to Conquer Man Boobs and Nearly Anything Else. So I'm going to teach you guys how I conquered a certain situation I was in. I used to weigh 240 pounds. That's me, having just eaten another person who was supposed to be in the picture. And I'm going to teach you guys a macro application of what I applied so that I could get results, and how you can apply that to your life as well. So there's an after picture. I haven't eaten the fifth person of the picture, there's only 4 people there. And this is a positive change that I found in my life. And we're going to go step by step of how I accomplish this and how you can take that macro application and apply it to anything. So the first macro application you need is motivation. Hugo talked about it, Danny talked about it. If you want to do anything in life, you have to be motivated to do it. Find out what your motivation is. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it on your wall, put it in the mirror every day when you're in the bathroom so that you can see that and you can motivate yourself every day. Let's talk about my motivation. Man boobs. That was my initial push. I was a man and I had boobs. That wasn't right. I didn't care about my health at that time. My initial push was just, I gotta stop having boobs because this isn't making me comfortable, I don't feel right. Then you find other motivations. My other motivation was health. I wanted to, have a healthier life. I didn't want to have a heart attack by the age of 40 and much less by the end of high school at the rate that I was going at. So health was another factor that really motivated me. I wanted my skin to get better. I wanted to also be able to do more exercise. Also, something that I found afterwards, which was a motivation to keep the weight off, was self-confidence. I became a lot more confident in myself. I became a lot more comfortable in my own skin, which I think is essential and important when you're just going to be friends with anyone or just going to go out in the world and talk. The next macro application is knowledge. We tend to think that we know everything, but we have to understand that there's a lot of people out there who have made mistakes and they want us to not make those same mistakes. So when you're going to do something, do it right. Find the manual on how to do that, read on how to do that so you can do it properly. So I'm going to talk a little about aerobic exercise and anaerobic exercise. Burning fat and burning sugar. Anaerobic exercise is when you lift weights. That's what I started doing and I wasn't losing any weight. That's because you're burning sugars and you get tired. Aerobic exercise is like walking and running. That's when you burn fat and you don't burn sugars, so you can do it a lot longer. Now, let's talk about sugar and wheat. White flour and white sugar are actually chemically processed. They're no longer in their natural state, and your body doesn't know how to ingest them. When they go into your body, it's not the calories that make you fat, it's the hormonal imbalance that it causes. When you eat white flour and white sugar, it goes into your body, spikes your blood sugar. Insulin has to go out to protect your body, and insulin is a hormone that tells your body to store fat. So fat doesn't make you fat, which we'll talk about later. It's actually these processed foods. Another processed food, vegetable fat. Has anyone ever thought about how they get oil out of corn? They have to use a byproduct of petroleum, which is never good for your body, called hexane. They put it in the oil, they put it in the corn, and they get corn oil, which isn't good for your body. So what did I find? You need to stick to whole foods. It doesn't mean you have to eat 1,000 vegetables every day. It doesn't mean you have to eat only apples, but whole food. Stick to things that haven't been, chemically processed, that haven't been taken out of their natural state. Now let's talk about something that made my life a lot easier. Fat doesn't make you fat. There seems to be this idea that because fat things are high in calories, you're going to gain weight. That's not true. Actually, the more fat you eat, if you eat a handful of almonds every day, it controls your weight because it's a lot harder to process, so your body takes a lot longer to process it. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. Patience is the next macro application. If you're going to make a change in your life, you've been living your life for so long, you need to be patient with yourself. A lot of people find that they want to make a change, they want it to happen instantly. You have to be patient with yourself. Don't jump off the deep end the first day. That's the first thing I did. I was like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do like 13 laps around the park. I did like half a lap and I wanted to die. If you try to go, if you want to master something, you have to start as a beginner. So if you go and you try to do the first thing the first day, you're going to be demotivated. Slow and steady wins the race and the life lesson. So if you know about the story of the tortoise and the hare sped off like I did that first day, the tortoise took his time. A lot of people want to do liposuction, want to have surgeries to lose the weight, but if you do it properly, you learn how to keep the weight off and how to exercise. Weaning. So when a baby, is born, he drinks the milk out of his mother, and they slowly have to wean the baby off. You can't go cold turkey. You can't just say, no, I'm not going to touch any sugar anymore. You have to slowly give yourself patience and stop eating it little by little. So let's have a recap. First thing you need is motivation. You have to have that initial push, write it down, put it on your bathroom mirror, remind yourself every day that that's what you want. You have to have the knowledge. Be humble, know that you have to look out there, the world is full of resources, and be patient with yourself. And now I'd like to leave you with this message. If you want to make a change in your life, it's not that hard. You just have to use these 3 steps, and the best time to do it is right now. So think about the change you want to make, motivate yourself to do it, seek the knowledge, and be patient with yourself. Thank you very much.